Hello, lovely people! Welcome to the Geek, and I am Penjam. Welcome back to Monster Loves You, which is part 2 of our Halloween special. Now, I know it's not Halloween anymore. I know it's not Halloween. That's gone. It's past its old hat now. All the costumes have been put away. All the pumpkins have been eaten or chucked in the bin or whatever. But I think we need another part on this because I didn't get to the end. I sort of picked this game up and went, oh, do you know what? It'll be fine. I'll get this done in one sitting and it shall be good. That'll be the Halloween special. But as I played, I realised quite a bit of time had passed and I hadn't actually finished the game at all. I think we might be about halfway through. So this is our monster here. He says, yip, 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 bring. He says some very good things. Does our little sort of almost crab-like. I think he's kind of got little crabby claws in his shell. He's kind of got weird pointy triangle feet and then googly eyes. But, you know, he's a kind of a crab monster. So we got him from birth, from his sort of evolution from the primordial slime in a big pit of slime through adolescence and through to adulthood. So now we have 14 days left until the next thing happens. I don't know what that is. We've got 21% reputation. We're pretty clever. Everything else is okay apart from ferocity, which we have none of at all. We're not a very scary monster, as you can tell. Now I wonder if the little picture changes. I wonder if your character changes if you pick ferocity. If you're a big, terrifying meanie pants. I wonder if you're like a big, horrible, sort of toothy, clawed beastie. Whereas we're a little bit more we're a little bit more polite and kind and clever. So we're this kind of thing. I don't know. So let's get on with it, shall we? What happens now? Now we're an adult. We're out in the world. We're out in the big, scary city. Let's politic with some monsters. Let's have a chat with some monsters. Okay. So choose your adventure. Let's pick this crowd. What's going on with this crowd? I don't know. Balfog and Gritmitten are arguing in the street over a cat. They both want kitty croquettes for lunch. Sounds yummy, so what's the problem? It doesn't sound yummy. Don't eat cats. That's mean. Balfog says he caught the cat, but Gritmitten says it was in his larder before it got out. Both monsters turn to you as a neutral party to decide. Okay. Find as eaters, clear the cat is Balfog's, or try to make everyone happy. Can we make everyone happy? Can we? I mean, if you have to eat the cat, can we share the cat? Let's try to make everyone happy. Balfog holds the cat close, stroking it absently. The cat mews and rubs its head against his chitinous gripper. That's nice. You use the word chitinous very often. Okay. Ask Balfog if, just this once, sharing is on the table, along with the cat, or demand to hold the cat while you mediate the dispute. Oh, I think sharing. If they need to eat the cat, we are monsters, but that's probably what we do eat. Can we share? Kindness, respect. Honestly, we've got some more respect. You're able to persuade Balfog to give Gritmitten the cat's tail, so that's something. Gritmitten thanks you for your intercession. Is there much meat on a cat's tail? I don't know. Okay, I feel a bit bad that we've just eaten a cat, but there we go. Right, let's do some more politicking with monsters. There's a human shape. Oh, let's go and see that. What's that? You hear Gritmitten telling younger monsters about the human that almost killed him. It's the pointy parts that get you, he says. Okay, let's listen in. Always wait until the knife is pointing somewhere else, then run away. He turns to you and says, isn't that right? Explain to the youngsters that a human knife is always dangerous. Exaggerate the story to strike fear into them, or impress everybody by claiming to be an expert. I should explain that a human knife is always dangerous. Youngsters, don't go meddling. Honesty +1. You calmly expand on Gritmitten's tale, sharing what you have learned about the frightening blades of the humans. The young monsters promise that they will treat such things with respect, even if nobody's holding one. Okay, let's do another one of these. We'll do 3... politic. Let's do 4. Let's get down to 10 days and then we'll go out and wander about. Okay, what's this rock thing then? Let's click that. You sit with Nash Nash and Gobclaws on a tattered red blanket, eating cookies and talking about artifacts. Well, that sounds just splendid. I want cookies. What are the artifacts? Artifacts are human-made objects. Many monsters collect them. Well, the garbage cans in Omen were collected from one human bus stop. Some artifacts are interesting. Some can be dangerous. Okay. You sit with Nash Nash and Gobclaws on a tattered red blanket. Oh, okay. Continue the discussion. Gobclaws sighs, I really like artifacts. I want a nice big collection, but it seems like I can never find any good ones. You and Nash Nash exchange glances. Glance. Nash Nash runs a claw along the handlebars of her little scooter. You both know some good spots. Tell Gobclaws about the good spots where we can get some human artifacts, or keep mum, you can help her in other ways. Oh, no, go forth. You open your mouth, but gasp as Nash Nash kicks you hard. Why? Why are you kicking me? Ah, why? Nash Nash whispers, that'll be less stuff for us. I don't care if you have less stuff, but if I do, you're in big trouble. She pokes you with her claws to make her point. Keep the secret or tell her anyway. Oh no, Nash Nash. That's selfish. Tell her anyway. Get off. Honesty 15 and kindness +3. Gobclaws clicks her pincers happily as she does a little dance of thanks. She scuttles off to the woods to check the places you described. And Nash Nash, I imagine, is going to be quite cross with me. Nash Nash makes good on a promise of big trouble in the form of a thorough drubbing. You crawl back to your home, exhausted and bleeding. Really? That's not very nice. Right, another one of these, and then we'll go exploring. Okay, what's that? You're digging a hole. Let's go and see what that's about. You look over your garden. Garden? Garden! We've got a garden. Most hovels have gardens. Many monsters don't care, but some like to show off their herbs, spices and flowers. Okay, how's it looking? There are so many rocks there. Even if you don't feel like planting things, it looks bad. These rocks ought to go. So stupid rocks, kick one, start digging, or forget it, be one of those monsters who doesn't care about gardens. Well, no, let's dig. Maybe there's something under the rocks we can find. All this work is a lot harder than you expected. You're not a natural digger like Molefoot or Shovel. Shovel. Oh, can we get shoveling? Shovel sounds like a perfect person to do digging. Shovel. That's all monsters pick good names. Just be glad you're not one of them. Okay. No, okay. Do all the work myself. Keep going. You dig. It's hard, but you eventually get better at it. Okay. Dig. Keep digging. When you're done, the garden looks much better. All that digging turned over the earth too. That's probably a good thing. Catch your breath. Respect +10. Yeah. The spine doctor out for a stroll stops to compliment your work ethic. You're not sure what an ethic is, but she always talks like that. Okay. Yay! Okay, so we got some more respect. That's pretty good. Now let's explore the world. Let's click on the curious sort of... oh no, that one. The surprised, shocked face. You spy a wolf pacing outside a small wooden cabin. From within the building, you hear the bleating of goat kids. Watch the wolf, work with the wolf, or attack the wolf while his back's turned. Watch the wolf. What's the wolf doing? He's trying to get in, but the goat kids have barred the door. Okay, so what do you want to do? Work with the wolf to get the goat kids or attack the wolf while his back is turned? Can I not just run off? I don't want to get the goat kids. That's a bit mean. But then attacking the wolf... Do you know what? Let's attack the wolf. Oh, got a bit of ferocity. He hears you and bolts. Chase him down. Oh my goodness. You give a good chase but only manage to snag his tail away before you run out of steam. Nuts. We get some bravery. No, the tail. A bit gristly. Still, not a bad meal. Okay. So I've now got a bit of ferocity. I proved my monstery worth there. Okay, let's go another adventure. A chicken drumstick. Let's click that. As you explore the whale mist, you notice that the air smells faintly of gingery bread. There, ahead, there's a flock of very fat birds pecking a trail of crumbs that winds through the trees. Okay, follow the trail of birds and crumbs. That would make sense. Where are we going? It leads along twisting paths you never knew existed. Deep in the forest, you come across a rickety human house, which smells of baked goods. You hear human speech. Two children are babbling nearby. Examine the children, wait for them to leave, eat the children. Well, humans are pretty dangerous, leave it alone. Let's examine the children. The human children look tired and very thin, but their bellies bulge as though they've just eaten a huge meal. They're so weak that you don't fear for your life being so close. Okay, wait for them to leave. There we go. Smoke begins to pour from the windows of the house. The children flee deeper into the forest, laughing. As flames rise to engulf the whole house, you hear an adult human screaming inside. Okay. So they just set fire to... That was Hansel and Gretel, and they've set fire to the witch's house, I believe. Right, okay. Okay, a scary kind of mouth thing. Let's do that. You're following a deer in the forest when the trail comes to an abrupt end just in front of a cave entrance. The hoof prints look strange, like the deer doubled back, walking backwards in its own tracks. It's a trap! Okay, so what do you do about it, smart monster? Get away from the cave. Clearly you should fight the trap, or turn the trap against the deer. Ooh. Turn the trap against the deer. Let's be clever. Yeah, you walk into the cave and find Hamrag taking one of his famous naps. The huge monster is known for his irritability when he's awakened. A twig snaps in the bushes. The deer is fleeing. Okay, draw the deer closer or wait for the deer to come to me. Well, let's wait. Drawing the deer is just going to scare it. So let's wait for the deer. You wait and wait, but the deer has slipped away like a shadow. Oh, Oh dear, that didn't work very well, did it? Okay, let's do another one of these. The blood spatter. Let's do the blood spatter. What's that about? You stalk the forest, hunting an elusive swift elk. Suddenly it emerges from the underbrush, lowering its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge. Okay, perfect. Tear it apart or run away, run away. Well, I've come into the woods to do it. Let's try and fight it. Very bit of bravery. That's good. 15. The elk charges and you duck under it, slashing a hole in its chest. But instead of a heart, you find nothing. The elk turns, catches you with its antlers and flings you into a tree. What? Nothing? What, it's a ghost elk? What the... The elk bounds away. It's unkillable. There's nothing that's unkillable after it. Leave the elk in the woods. Return to Omen and warn everyone about the strange elk. Yeah, do that. Absolutely. The others thank you for alerting them. Go on, fade away. To this unusual prey. They spread out. Eventually, Jaggery finds the elk and devours it whole. He seems a little dizzy afterwards. Okay. Well, that was a bit weird, but right you are. Well, let's do another exploration one. Let's try and split it evenly between the two. Let's do Cunning Face. You come upon a scene of hundreds of frogs, all gathered on a stream bank. They're riveting back and forth in what clearly is a debate of some kind, watched by a stork. What are they arguing over? Eat the stork, don't waste your time. Okay, what are the frogs arguing over? Half the frogs surround a log, as though it is their leader. The other half huddled at the feet of the somewhat bemused stork. What do the frogs think of monsters? Yeah, what do frogs think of monsters? Do they care? Frogs are afraid of anything bigger than them, which includes every monster ever. And every monster ever includes you. Alright, they're fraidy frogs. So eat the stork, wait and listen, or talk to them. Well, let's wait and listen. Cleverness maxed. Try as you might, you can't translate their croaks into intelligible language. But they do start jumping up and down on the log. Watch further. The stork takes a long step and impales 3 frogs on its beak. It throws its head back, tossing the frogs into the air, and snaps them up. As the other frogs flee, the bird devours several more of the slowest. Might as well eat the stork, and then we ate the stork. Okay. Okay. Right, let's go back to chatting with our monster friends. Let's do the angry shaky fist monster. Grrr! It's the scream-along, sing-along. Everyone's screaming. The loudest monster wins. Okay, yeah, I'm joining in. I'm going to scream. You're totally going to break some windows and eardrums. But why are all these monsterlings here? Your sing has been known to hurt their little ears. Sing quietly, using mostly stomach noises. Belt it out. You've got to win. Pre-smash the village windows. Then sing. Okay. Sing quietly, using mostly stomach noises. That'll probably get me some kindness, I imagine. Let's be kind to the little ones. Kindness and respect. I've got some respect. You're hungry and brave. And hungry. You sing all this truth so well, all the other monsters are moved to tears. You don't win any prizes, but none of the monsterlings are hurt. Huzzah! And I got myself some prestige respect stuff for it. Mind you, it'd take more than that to actually damage even a monsterling. Okay. Okay, back to exploring. Let's split our time. Okay, there's a snake. What does the snake want? You take the lead on a hunt in the whale mist, but you've become separated from the group. Suddenly you catch sight of something. There! Where? Within that thicket, rumour has it that an especially large, clever snake tricked Nash Nash, biting her and made her sick for days, and it's right there waiting, watching. Okay, call everyone and get out of here. I don't want to get bitten by a snake. I think we get out. You call everyone. What do you mean, everyone? Everyone! Everyone! You gather everyone! In big letters and retreat back to Omen. Nobody kills a snake. It may forever lurk in the paths of the forest. I don't think I have the ferocity to take on a snake. That was a bit of a wasted kind of event, wasn't it? Okay, let's get back to this. There's a snake there as well. Is that the same thing? Are we talking about the snake? I don't know. Let's go for the face up there. You find blots hitting a dented alarm clock. Why have bells that don't ring? Is this some kind of riddle? Before he can answer, he throws the clock over his shoulder and glowers at it. Stares. Is cross at it, I think. Stomp all over it for fun. Take it for your home or try to fix it. Well, let's try to fix it. I'm quite clever. Surely I should be able to do that. You pick up the clock and examine it with care. It's so complicated. More complicated than anything a monster has ever made. And that includes monsterlings. Wheels and cogs and gears and levers. This is too hard. Just take it and stick it in your hoveler's decoration. Keep poking at the clock or hit the clock. Let's keep poking at it. I find if you jab enough buttons on something, it kind of works occasionally. even though it's so complicated that you might get your claw stuck inside it, or get a spring to the eye, or accidentally hurt Blots, or hurt Blots on purpose for that matter. Yeah, go for it. Just jab the thing and see what happens. You turn the key round, it makes a clicking sound, then the bells go ding. Not bad. It's getting harder to turn though. Okay, keep going. Oh no, I lost some cleverness. You turn the key some more. It resists for a moment, but you turn it harder and boing! Whoops, pieces everywhere. You pick gears out of your mouth and help Blot clean the blood out of his eyes. Oh dear. So I turned it too much and I broke the clock. What an idiot. I thought I was just tightening it up sufficiently, but no. Okay. I don't want to go for an angry face. Let's go for the curious sort of ooh face. You and Gobclaws come across an ant and a grasshopper, both locked in mortal combat. Each is biting the other's back leg. Get involved in this buggy battle. As you reach for the bugs, Gobclaws holds you back. Isn't there a legend about bugs and wheat? Maybe we should be careful. Accept this timid advice and don't interfere, or silly Gobclaws, monsters fear not such things. Go ahead and interfere. Why do I want to interfere? Can we just watch and see who wins? Can we do that? So we got respect. We lost a bit of bravery. That's fine. You hang back and watch the tiny fight. Gobclaws praises you for listening to her. So I got a bit of respect. Okay, now politicking. Let's go for the sort of the sly face. This is our last thing. I do want to do the snake. No, sly face. What's sly face? Gobclaws shows off a human doll she found in the last hunt. A crowd of elders and other monsters gathers round you, chattering excitedly. Indeed. She asks if you think it might be good to show the doll to some of the monsterlings. Let them see a human-shaped thing without actually seeing a real human. You know, educational. Oh, that's a good idea. Absolutely. Because Gobclaws can see that you're bringing some science here. She hangs on your words, as does the rest of the crowd. Humans are so cuddly and cute, they should know what a human looks like, so they don't freeze the first time they see a real one. Yeah, that one. Do that. Cleverness max, yay, Gobclaws nods, good point. We want the young ones to avoid humans, but not to be so frightened that they do anything foolish. Yeah, okay, bit of respect. Gobclaws says, you're wiser than me. The rest of the monsters nod, half-heartedly, but you can tell they appreciate your insight. Okay, now this is intriguing because I've got no days left. Have I got one more thing? No, there we go. I've clicked the button and stuff is happening. You're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hovel. Oh, I'm becoming old. I don't die, do I? Oh my goodness. Let's go and see the doc. Go and see the spine doctor. The doctor tells you your time is almost up. You'll soon reach the end of adulthood, and you will either ascend to elder status or dissolve into slime. What happens to monsters who dissolve? What happens to monsters who ascend? Can the doctor do something? Return to your hovel and prepare. What happens to monsters who dissolve? The bodies melt in the spawning vat, where their memories will nourish the minds of new generations of morsels. Oh, that's what the slime is. It's dead old monsters. Okay, what happens to monsters who ascend? Those who manage to ascend become elders and live on to steer the fate of monster kind. Can the doctor do something to stop the process? The spine doctor says, there is a treatment that might prevent your dissolution. Learn more about this treatment. The doctor said the treatment involves an extract taken from the tentacle ferns that grow in the whale mist. Okay, I'd rather not turn into slime. That's easy. Let's go get a fern. Following the spine doctor's directions, you enter the whale mist in search of a tentacle fern. They're common in these woods. Okay, pick a fern. You wade through a thicket of sticky green coils, letting them brush against your hide until one latches firmly in place. That means it's ripe. You snip the fern with your claws. What's that sound? It's a little monsterling, trying not to be noticed. Ignore the monsterling and move along. Yell at her, she should be in the brood cave, or stop for a while. Let's stop for a while and chat to the monsterling. What do you want, monsterling? The little monsterling asks, why are you dripping so much slime? You look behind you and see a trail of goopy fluids. Let's explain about dissolution to them. The young monster seems terrified at the thought of dissolving. She says, it's not fair. Animals live much longer than we do, and humans longer still. Tell her it's natural for monsters and nothing to fear. Or tell her she's right to accept. No, it's normal. It's fine. It's fine. You remind her that this is the cycle of life and that it's always been this way. We carry in us the remnants of thousands of monsters who came and went before us. She seems reassured. Okay, explain about ascendance. It's a good job I learned this stuff. You point back toward Omen. And it's not over for everyone. If the other monsters respect you enough, you can live on as an elder to share your wisdom directly and help care for the monsterlings. Ooh, I've got 51% respect. Is that enough? Go on. She says, I'd like to do that. Is that what you're going to do? Tell her you can't ascend once you... Tell her you can't ascend once you take your medicine, or lie to her. What? Hang on, I thought that I was just going to be not turned into goo. I didn't realise that the goo was also going to stop me ascending. Okay, I'll click that. I'm not really sure about that. You explain that you have a few more things to do, but then you're going back to the spawning vat. She nods sadly and leaves you to your task. Move on. You return to the doctor with the tentacle phone. She takes it from you. Watch her make the medicine. Okay, let's do that. The doctor runs the fresh sticky fern through a low flame, studies it carefully, then eats it. What? What? The spine doctor says, there is no medicine. I just wanted to give you a chance to think about it some more. Do you understand? Okay, nod and accept her wisdom. Very good. As you turn to leave, the spine doctor says, I hope you do well. I'd like to see you as an elder. Go home. They'll be waiting. A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They've seen your drippings. They know it's time for you to dissolve or ascend. Refuse to go. Go with them to dissolve or become an elder, or ask them to come back. Let's face our fate. Let's bravely face the possible end of time for our monster. Oh, the elders of Omen surround you at the spawning vat. They built a fire beneath a small cauldron. Your body is squishy and damp. Examine the cauldron. Be tested. Dissolve, or the last chance to run and flee into the wilderness. Examine the cauldron. Why do I get that option? The rusty iron cauldron smells like electrical fluid and herbs from the whale mist. It's empty now, but soon it will hold blood and slime from many monsters. Okay, so I can either dissolve back into the spawning vat, I can be tested to try and ascend, or I can run away. I'm not going to run away. I'll just liquefy somewhere else in like a forest or something, and that'll be a waste. I might as well, if I am going to liquefy and turn into goo, I might as well turn into goo into the actual vat, and then pass on my memories and experiences to something else. Let's be tested. Try to ascend to elder status. A masked elder comes forward. She says, it's time to decide. All the elders growl and snarl. Watch. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid splatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapour rises into the air. Was that blood or slime? You can't be sure. Depends on how much she respects you. Go on. I've got 51%, so just over half. That's all right. The masked elder asks, who has already decided the fate of this monster? Wait. A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid to the collection. The liquid begins to bubble. Wait. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground before you. She says, choose one. Chance will guide your claw. Look at the stones. Let's look at the stones. Each stone is stained with old blood and polished by the touch of many a paw. You can't tell one stone from the others. Okay? Pick a stone that looks good. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster frowning in concentration. The master elder says, we will test your cleverness. Oh, I should be fine. Be tested. The masked elder emits a series of musical whistles and clicks, then performs a complex dance. You've never seen these steps before. She says, now you do it. Copy every noise and movement. Requires cleverness. I think we maxed it out. Absolutely. Yeah, you're a dancing fiend. Polite applause washes across the crowd, and there was a dice roll there. There was a sort of an actual skill check. You knew you could do it. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluid to the iron cauldron. Oh no. Have we got to be tested at each thing? We've got no ferocity. Choose the next stone. As you reach for the stones, someone shrieks in the distance. All eyes turn in that direction. You realise that you can peek under the stones if you're quick. I don't. What's my honesty? I can't remember what my values are. What are my numbers? I need to find out what they are. I don't think I'm on it. I don't want to cheat. No, resist the temptation. Don't do it. You wait a moment and the shrieking dies away. The elders turn back to watch you. Choose the next stone. The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster holding one claw up, speaking intently. The master elder says, honesty, but you have just passed that test. You see, I knew there was a reason I was nice. Smile and nod. You hold the cauldron, which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. Look in the cauldron, drink it. If there's enough blood in it, you'll ascend. Let's look in the cauldron. It's quite full, and there's far more blood in there than slime. Okay. Okay. Let's drink it. Drink the infusion. Respect +1. You drink the bubbling concoction, then belch and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantly. You are an elder now. Yay, I've become an elder. Okay, so I've not melted back into goo. I'm pretty good at everything, pretty much. I'm halfway for bravery, halfway for respect, not very ferocious. Everything else is pretty good. Yep, you're now an elder. You're welcome in Znak, the oldest of the monster towns. Okay. In this stage of life, if you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers of persuasion wisely. Okay. So what's this? So this is monster perception. This is how well monsters think of humans. When the inevitable conflict comes, this will dictate how the monsters act. What do we think of humans? Current score is 20. Monsters dislike and fear, but we can change it. And that is what humans think of monsters. Okay. So humans dislike and fear monsters. Right you are. So now I've got kind of a chance to get some respect and also dictate the fate of how humans and monsters can live together or not. And do you know what? I think this is a very good point to leave it here. Because I think we can come back. I think we can come back and have a third part. So the first part of this was little baby monster, an adolescent monster, working his way through the world, figuring out what was what and building up his kind of character. Then the second part, which is what we've just seen, is adult monster, going through and dealing with adulty kind of things and getting his reputation up. And then he has ascended to an elder status. And next time out, I think the third part will be dealing with this. Dealing with the war, the conflict, the tension between humans and monsters. And we'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised with this game. I thought it was going to be a little quick, pick it up and play it for sort of half an hour, 40 minutes, bish bash bosh, make some sort of choices and it's done. But no, it's in kind of stages and there's quite a lot to it. And there's various different bits. And I'm intrigued to know what would happen if we'd have just decided to dissolve just then. Do we just start again? Does the game end and then we just begin again as a new little monster and we go through what we've done already? Or does something else happen? I don't know. But do you know what? Next time out, let's find out what it's like to be an elder monster. And let's see what we can do with the humans and the monsters. Whether we can, stave off a war, whether we'll have to join in a war, maybe we can broker peace, maybe we can just come to some agreement that, we're a bit different, but we don't need to interact with each other. We can just leave each other alone. Let's see what we can do with that next time out. But for now, let's finish up. If you are enjoying this, I hope you're enjoying this because I think it's very adorable. It's very, very cute. It's interesting as well. It's an interesting sort of game with the choices. So I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, please do leave a like and also please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on and what happens. What happens with Elder Monster. So yeah, subscribe and keep up to date with all that stuff. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Run quicker, Ted. Oh, Ted is green. Oh dear. Timmy is looking very bad. Okay, there's still the same amount of water. I'm guessing we didn't get robbed. Ah, we got robbed. In no way is this going to break the radio, Ted. And you've broken the radio, Ted.